Skinny Holloway Southern T back with another EP. Y'all do your boy a favor. Y'all smash that like button for your boy when you roll on in. Whether you're here for a good time or a long time, I greatly appreciate you sliding through. If it's your first time, do your boy solid. Don't make it your last time. Hit that subscription button as well. We talk this good boxing, sports, parlays, predictions every single day. Not just today, man. Today we're here with a little boxing conversation, man. We're here with a little boxing conversation, man. I don't know, man. I don't know if y'all know, man. I don't know how long y'all been here, but if y'all new here, I don't know if y'all know. But if y'all been here long enough, y'all know, man. We be on top of shit over here, right? We be on top of shit, right? So let me tell y'all the first seat, because I got again. Y'all see the title, right? It says Tank Davis ducking again. I know some people in this thing, some people go come here, some people in this thing, they like, man, when did Tank Davis duck the first time, right? Well, directly, indirectly, man, Gervonta Tank Davis already ducked the 135-pound division before, right? Southern T, what you mean? Now, this is my opinion, right? You know, people got their opinion. You got your opinion. I got my opinion. This is my opinion, right? This is the game. When I went to go peep game, this is what I found. Now, when you go peep game, I don't necessarily know what you found, right? I don't know what you're looking for, right? But when I went to go peep game, this is what I found, right? Gervonta Tank Davis, is at the 135-pound division, right now. Devin Haney, most of his career was at the 135-pound division, right? Shakur Stevenson has just moved up to the 135-pound division. Vasyl Lomachenko was also, right, is also in the 135-pound division. At this point, he's pretty much made 135. Lomachenko, he's pretty much made 135, his division, right? Pretty much. Like he fought at lower weight classes and worked his way up. But 135 is kind of where, Lomachenko, settled it, right? The common denominator in all of that is, nobody that I named, right, Gervonta Tank Davis has fought yet. I'm one of the guys, who feel like it was a stint, right? It was a stint where Gervonta Tank Davis was, fighting at 130. He was going between 130 and 135, simultaneously, right? So, with him going back and forth from weight class, to weight class, right? That allowed, Devin Haney and Lomachenko, right, the chance to rise to the top, because while Gervonta Tank Davis is going down in weight, up in weight, all of those guys at 135 are continuing to fight one another. The Teofimo Lopez, also Teofimo Lopez is in this conversation there as well. He has gone up to 140 in more recent time, but Teofimo Lopez as well was down there in that division, was down there in that division with them as well. This is the first time, right? Because I got Tank ducking again. I hadn't even got to what I really wanted to hit on today, because I know y'all ain't seen the play that we gonna talk about today. I'm just explaining, my title real quick. I'm saying it again because I seen this play before from Gervonta Tank Davis, right? Gervonta Tank Davis, directly, indirectly, you could say strategically, right? He has done this before at 135. It's like, and people fail to realize this because he gets knockouts. He gets knockouts. He is an exciting fighter, right? I could never take that away from Gervonta Tank Davis. I would never even try to take that away from Gervonta Tank Davis, right? I sound like a real hater if I sit up here and tell you, man, I'm not watching Gervonta Tank Davis' fights because they boring, right? I'd be a plumb hater if I sat here and told you that, right? Gervonta Tank Davis is extremely entertaining, right? Gervonta Tank Davis is extremely entertaining in his fights, right? I would never try to take that from him. But that's not what I'm necessarily talking about right now. What's good, Tay? What's good, DP? Appreciate you sliding through, man. If y'all could hit that thumbs up for your boy when you roll on in, man. Glad y'all can make it. Shout out to the to the King DP and the Queen Tay Tay. We ain't here having a boxing conversation. I'm gonna be here for a little second. I'm gonna start rolling up in a second, man. I'm gonna be here for a little second, but I just want to holler at y'all real quick, man. This gonna be one of these old fashioned shows, whether they go an hour or whether they go 3. I want to make sure that I get my point, you know what I'm saying, across with this. I want to make sure that I get my point across with this. You know what I mean? Take MMA. What's good, baby? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. If y'all could, when y'all slide through, I know some of y'all just passing through. What's good, Jer? I know some of y'all just passing through, making it do. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. Let YouTube know that we live. Let YouTube know that we in here talking this good boxing, right? See, I got 7 of y'all in here right now. I got 7 likes, right? So I ain't gonna be too hard on y'all, right? Right? But I'm saying Tank is ducking again, right? I'm not saying that Tank ducked one person in particular. Actually, what I'm saying is even worse, right, than him ducking one person in particular, right? I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis is ducking all top competition. I feel like anybody who Gervonta Tank Davis feel like probably could challenge him, right? He avoids them. Right now, he don't do it out in plain sight. You got to really pay attention, right, to really peep what I'm talking about. But he avoids these guys, right? How did Devin Haney, a fighter that's younger than him, become undisputed, right, at 135 in a division that Gervonta Tank Davis was in? How didn't Devin Haney run into Gervonta Tank Davis, right? How didn't Gervonta Tank Davis run into Devin Haney, right, in the same division if he didn't? If they were in the same division, Tank started first, and then Devin Haney got in the division. How didn't they cross paths? It's because one of those guys, right, never really wanted them to cross paths, right? Why didn't Gervonta Tank Davis fight Lomachenko? Now, I know he just tried to fight Lomachenko as a recent, right? But why didn't he fight Lomachenko when both those guys were in the same weight class? Back in the day when it was actually a thing. I remember Floyd Mayweather, wanted Gervonta Tank Davis to fight Lomachenko, right? And at that time, Tank Davis was like, he wasn't necessarily ready to fight Lomachenko. Like a lot of people talk about that, right? So he has done this before, right? With the maneuver in the weight class. He used to go down to 130, right, to avoid big fighters. He used to go up to 140 to avoid these top fighters in his weight class, right? This is just, my opinion from back in the day. I'm catching it all up. I'm saying Tank Davis is ducking top competition again. Right. What's good, bro? Appreciate you sliding through this thing. How I say your name, bro? I don't want to mess your name up. How I say your name, bro? I don't want to mess your name. But yeah, I appreciate you sliding through, man. Appreciate you sliding through. I'm glad you can make it, man. I'm glad you can make it. Shout out my guy, man. I know this is your first time. I talked to you, in the comments. A few times, but I do appreciate you sliding through this thing. I do recognize you, brother, but how do I say your name? How I pronounce your name? Is it Rajab? Right? How I pronounce it? I don't want to butcher your name, brother. That's why I ain't jumping there. You know what I mean? But yeah, I do recognize you, brother. Just, I do recognize you. Shout out my guy, Jared. I don't want to butcher your name, brother. I don't want to be disrespectful. You know what I mean? But I appreciate y'all folks slide through, but I digress. So just me peeping game. I feel like Gervonta Tank Davis has already maneuvered his way, through and around top competition in this division before, right? And just to bring you up to speed, right, a little bit. Now you got them talking about that Shakur ain't done nothing in the division, right? You know what I mean? Shakur's in the division now. Another one of the most accomplished fighters at 135. Another fight. The people will want to see that be considered top competition that Gervonta Tank Davis probably ain't gonna fight. I already kind of threw the fight under the bus a little bit, right? But I digress. But if you just look around and you check the temperature in 135 right now, if you just look around, you check the temperature in 135 right now, it's some hitters in that division right now, right? It's hitters in that division. It's some good to great fights in that division that we could be getting if that division, would mix it up with one another, right? But again, you got Gervonta Tank Davis this time not going down to 135. He not going down to 135, right? This time. Now what he's doing is he's bringing up guys from 130, a Lamont Roach, a Mark Magsayo, right? These guys aren't actually 135. So instead of him going down now, there are guys in Tank's weight class. There are guys in Tank's sanctioning body, right, that Gervonta Tank Davis could be fighting. That will be way, better fights, bigger fights than, Mark Magsayo or Lamont Roach. No disrespect to Lamont Roach. What I'm saying is respect the weight classes. Those guys have, weight classes, right? Those guys are at a different weight class. Why? I get it. He's a champion in the lower weight class, but why are you bringing up a champion in the lower weight class when this guy's in and around your division who are champions now that you could be fighting and unifying with? Is what I'm saying. There are better opportunities out there, right, in that division, right? But the problem with that is with the bigger and the better fights, you stepping up the competition of it. You're not getting the guy coming down, a weight class, or getting the guy coming up, you know what I mean, a weight class, right? If we just on the screen, I got the WBA ranking system, right? World Boxing Association. I got the WBA ranking system, right? You got Shakur, WBC champ, Lomachenko, IBF, Berichek, WBO. And Gervonta Tank Davis is the WBA world champion, right? You got Shakur Stevenson, who's about to fight Floyd Schofield, right? Who you see after Floyd Schofield, right? Now, this is what I want to bring to your attention today. I told y'all, why I put the again in there, right? I told y'all why I put the again in there, right? Because I feel like this isn't Gervonta Tank Davis' first time doing this. I feel like he maneuvered his way. He's the reason that Devin Haney was able to become an undisputed champion. Gervonta Tank Davis is, right? Because Gervonta Tank Davis, for whatever reason, right, he brought guys up. He went down. He went up, right, for whatever reason. He just never knocked these guys off the path to becoming champions, right? Because he got an earlier start than all of these guys. So there was really no way that, a Lomachenko, there's really no way that a Devin Haney, should have been able to get undisputed if Gervonta Tank Davis, was the is you a boy? I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that one, bro. I don't know. I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't tell me you like my voice, my brother. But I digress. You should have said I sound like a DJ, a DJ or something, like a radio or something. Like I don't know what that. I don't know how I feel about that one, man. DP. I don't know how I feel about that one, dog. But yeah, appreciate you. Appreciate your support, brother. Appreciate your support. But I digress. I'm looking at that WBO. I'm looking at the WBA, right? And what I see right now, Shakur Stevens is about to fight Floyd Schofield, right? What do I see? I see Edwin De Los Santos and I see Andy Cruz, right? Now, maybe you put this together. Maybe some people put this together, right? Maybe I'm the only one put this together. Some people gonna tell you Southern T reaching, right? But I'm just looking around this 135-pound division. Just look at the names on this screen that you see. And this not even all of them, because you still got Keyshawn Davis, right? But just look at the names on the screen that you see at the top, right? You got Gervonta, Shakur, Vasil Lomachenko, Berichek, Schofield, Edwin De Los Santos, Andy Cruz. The competition in this division is hot right now in this 135. Now, you look around, you got Berichek. Keyshawn Davis is about to fight Berichek, right? You got Shakur, Vasil Lomachenko. Who is nah, don't have him, Brody. Don't have him, Brody. Nah, don't have him, Brody. Don't have him, Brody. Nah, don't have him, Brody. Don't have him. Don't have him. Don't have him, Brody. Nah, don't have him, Brody. Don't have him. Appreciate you, my guy, Diaz. Diaz, what's good, Pim? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, my guy. My bad, man. My brother Diaz just introduced you to the family, right? He just introduced you to the family, man. That's all, my bad. He just introduced you to the family. But I digress, right? So I'm just looking around this division right now. I see two names. You come back with the hearts, man. Hey, bro, like drop some boxing gloves or something, G. Do you like boxing? Do you even like Hold on, dear. Do you like boxing, my brother? Do you like boxing or do you I don't think I want to ask that. You'll come back. Who's your favorite boxer, bro? Who's your favorite boxer, bro? Who's your favorite MMA fighter? Who's your favorite boxer, bro? Who's your favorite MMA fighter, bro? And then we gonna continue the Tank story, man. And then we gonna continue what I'm talking about, right? Because I really want y'all to feel me though. I really want y'all. I really want y'all to understand me, right? Maybe I should say that right now, right? I want y'all to understand me, right? When I'm saying, I want y'all to understand where I'm coming from, right? Because, right, this, and I'm saying again, he said, I love you. Okay, Diaz. All right, Diaz. Okay, Diaz, do your job, Diaz. Do your job, Diaz. Go ahead, do your job, Diaz. My bad, Diaz. You was right, Diaz. I was wrong. My bad, Diaz. You was right. Yeah, y'all go ahead. Yeah, y'all can go ahead. My bad. Y'all was right. I was wrong. My bad. But I digress. I digress, man. Nah, that's crazy right there. That's wild. That's wild right there. But yeah, man, Gervonta Tank Davis. I want y'all to feed me, man. Right now, right? Schofield about to fight Shakur. You got Edwin De Los Santos and you got Andy Cruz, right? Boom. Those are the next two names on the list. Now, all of a sudden, right? Now, this could just be me. Now, all of a sudden, Gervonta Tank Davis want to retire. Now, all of a sudden, Gervonta Tank Davis want to bring up guys from 130, right? You got De Los Santos and you got Andy Cruz sitting right there in your division, sir. Right? They sitting right there in your division, sir. Now, all of a sudden, Gervonta Tank Davis want to retire. And I know the first thing people going to say is, they ain't did nothing. They ain't did, bro. If you let him tell it, if Shakur Stevenson ain't done nothing, you ain't fought him. You ain't never said Devin ain't done nothing, but you damn sure ain't fought Devin. Right? Now, I ain't going to say that Lamont Roach ain't done nothing. But Lamont Roach just became a champion not too long ago, man, when he beat Hector Cruz. He lost his first title defense, so, like, it ain't like he just, the most accomplished boxer in the world. He is a champion. He's a champion. Now he's solidified. He's stamped, right? But Shakur is a double division champ. So if these guys ain't done nothing, like, ain't nobody done nothing if we going by that standard. My thing is, it's a pattern going on right now, y'all. I think this retiring thing is his way now of ducking the smoke at 135, bro. I feel like he's running away from the competition again. When the competition gets too high in Tank's division, when the competition gets too high around Tank, he either leaves the division, he go fights a guy not in the division, right? And now you got him talking about their retirement. You got him smoking weed in public, right? At this point, you don't know if he fighting. You don't know if he fighting Lamont Roach. You don't know if he fighting Mark Magsayo. You don't know if he fighting at all because he out here, you know what I'm saying, talking about retirement. Like, what's really going on right now? And from my perspective, what I think going on right now, I think this is his way of avoiding the top competition in the division again. And I'm saying again because I just broke it down to you how I feel like he tiptoed around it the very first time. The very first time, right? The only way Devin Haney becomes undisputed in this division is if, he would have had to go through Gervonta Tank Davis, right? With Tank Davis already being in the division and being older. No, it's because Gervonta Tank Davis let him have it. He let him have undisputed, right? Never fought Lomachenko. Devin Haney fought Lomachenko before Gervonta Tank Davis did. They asked Gervonta Tank Davis about fighting Lomachenko. I think Gervonta Tank Davis about 23 years old. Lomachenko might have been 29 years old, something like that. 28 years old, 23, 29 years old, right? Something like that, about a 6-year age difference. I think Devin Haney was 25. Lomachenko was 33. You know what I mean? Something like that. So about 7-year age difference, you know what I'm saying? Something like that, right? When Devin Haney was a young gun, he had the opportunity to step up and take the Lomachenko fight. He took it. When Tank had the opportunity to step up and take the Lomachenko fight back in the day, he didn't take it. So there's just one instance at 135 where he pushed a big fight, to the side. Now make directly, indirectly, right? I can't sit here and say he directly ducked Devin Haney because they never had a contract in place. So I can't say that, but I can most definitely say that he maneuvered around fighting Devin Haney. I can say I feel like he's maneuvering around fighting Shakur Stevenson right now when he says Shakur Stevenson hasn't done nothing, right? I feel like this retirement talk, I feel like him fighting Lamont Roach in the first place, him even bringing Lamont Roach up, and Lamont is a good fucking fighter, right? He's a good fucking fighter, right? But he's at a different weight class. He's at a lower weight class. He's no match for Tank. Nobody at 130 is beating Tank. And I'm not even saying Tank can't beat these guys. But what I'm saying is Tank, and it's a pattern. Tank has a real pattern of not necessarily challenging himself against the greatest competition. And that's all I'm saying when I speak right here. I feel like Tank ducked the top competition at 135 back then, right? He maneuvered out the way, right? He was playing at 130. He went to 140 that time for Barrios, right? But I feel like whenever these guys got, close to him, he went down to 130. He fought somebody else, right? He fought somebody, not of relevance, but somebody that he probably could knock out. Right? You know what I mean? Why is Tank, it's either him going down to 130 early in his career, or now is him bringing guys up from 130, right? Literally, he said when he fought Hector Garcia, people forget Hector Garcia came up from 130. Really, the reason he's fighting Lamont Roach, right, is the reason Tank is fighting Lamont Roach is completely to save his own image, to save his own self. So then, T, what you mean? Because Lamont Roach just beat Hector Garcia. He already fought Hector Garcia. So now his Hector Garcia win is diminished. So how do I, make the Hector Garcia win still count? You go fight the guy that beat Hector Garcia. So that has solely something to do in the revolution of Tank and what he has already done, right? That's not a challenging fight for Gervonta Tank Davis. A challenging fight would be maybe fighting a guy who's ranked in your ranking system in the WBA. Now all of a sudden you don't care about, legacy, and you don't care about, belts no more, and you don't care about none of that and all that. You want to retire, all that shit. Why? Some people could say it's because of boxing. Boxing is a dirty game, and boxing is a dirty game, right? But I feel like keeping your boxing, right? I feel like it's because this competition is stiff right now at 135, and Tank has shown tendencies to not necessarily want to test himself, I believe, against the top guys in and around his division, right? Now, you can say he fought Ryan Garcia, right? Ryan Garcia had went to 140, before he fought that fight, right? So he went to 140, he came back down. And if you watch my T from earlier, right, Ryan Garcia, was on rehydration clause and all that and everything. He couldn't be couldn't be 140, it had to be 139, some more shit, right? So it was stipulations on that, right? You know what I mean? But Ryan would be his one. Before that, you know, it was way back in the day, Gamboa and goddamn Leo Santa Cruz, those guys, right? That was a long time ago, right? As of lately, when you fought Hector Garcia and Ryan Garcia, he said he was going to fight Shakur and Devin. Then we have still yet to see him fight Shakur and Devin. And when I tell y'all, and I don't even talk about he's ducking the person. You see, I didn't say Tank ducking Devin. I didn't say Tank ducking Shakur. I didn't say Tank ducking Elvin De Los Santos. I didn't say Tank ducking Andy Cruz. It's even worse than that. It's worse than that. Tank is ducking every motherfucking body. He's ducking all of those people. Not just one of those people, all of those people, and not individually, right? Collectively, as a group, he's ducking all the competition in his division. And he has done this before. This wouldn't be the first time. Even Shakur said Lamont is a great. It's great fights in his division. Night War, Black Robbie. Y'all don't shoot him. Don't shoot Night War, Black Robbie. Night War, Black Robbie. It's great fights in his division. I just said Lamont is a good fight. I just said that, literally. I just said that. And Lamont is a good fight, bro. You got good fights in your division. Why are you getting the guy outside of your division? It's because it's an easier fight to win. And from what I'm hearing now, Lamont Roach might not even be the fight no more, Night War. For what I'm hearing right now, Lamont Roach might not even be the fight no more. I'm hearing the fight might be Mark Maxayo. But just keeping it on Lamont Roach. Yeah, that is a good fight. But so is Andy Cruz. So is Elvin De Los Santos. So is, I ain't going to say Shakur because Shakur about to fight Floyd Schofield. You know what I mean? But it's guys at 135. So is, Keyshawn. You know what I mean? Why is he bringing the guy up from a different division, right? That's just like him going down to 130 back in the day when he should have been fighting. There's no way Devin Haney should have got undisputed while Tank is at 135. How is Tank still at 135? And Devin already been undisputed, dropped them belts in that 140. That's crazy. Right? I'm just saying, man. I'm not saying that Tank lose to these guys. What I'm saying is Tank had displayed a history of maneuvering around top competition in his division. You don't want to see him fight Andy Cruz? You don't want to see him fight Elvin De Los Santos? Lamont Roach got a loss. Elvin De Los Santos got a loss. Elvin De Los Santos got a loss to Shakur Stevenson, a guy that you are supposed to want to fight, right? A guy that you said you would fight, right? So how do you get ready for guys, right? You fight guys, they fight. That's normally how it works in boxing, right? To see how you fare against a guy that they already been in the ring with, right? Why not fight Elvin De Los Santos if you got Shakur Stevenson lined up? But no, you fighting Lamont Roach because he beat Hector Garcia, who you already beat. So this is to shape your legacy, Tank, right? The legacy that you already built, which isn't the greatest, like resume-wise, not the greatest. You get what I'm saying? Hector Garcia win has less luster on it if Lamont Roach beat him. So now you got to go fight Lamont Roach. He said, is there Santos still PBC? Yeah, I think so, bro. I'm not sure. I don't even want to lie to you. I don't even want to lie to you, man. I don't even want to lie to you. Right? Hey, y'all do your boy solid, man. I don't know if y'all have already, but I see y'all passing in. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy. On my side, they say I got 9 likes. It's 8 of y'all in here. People been passing in. Y'all hit that thumbs up. Y'all hit that thumbs up for your boy, man. Let YouTube know that we live. But we're in there having a boxing conversation, man. And I'm just telling y'all what I peep, man. This is just what I noticed. Right? This is just what I noticed, dog. right? And I'm saying again because I feel like this is the second one. I feel like it's about to happen. It ain't necessarily happened yet. It ain't necessarily happened yet, right? But you know, I feel like this retirement talk and all that shit. I feel like this retirement talk and all that shit. I really feel like, you know, if that man really do retire, it's because, you know, it's too hot right now in this division. It's too much smoke. It's too much smoke to be had at this 135 division right now. And he can't go back down, right? I think that's why you can't hear him say things like, I don't care about legacy. I don't care about belts. I don't care about champion, right? Because I think deep down, he know that he never really even won his belt. Right? People made jokes so long about email champion, right, and whatnot. I think Tank realized that literally, like, it ain't nothing wrong making your money. Coming from where Tank from, yeah, bro, you won, right? But we talking about boxing. Now, Tank already told us that he don't really care about boxing like that. It's his fans, right, that tell us, oh, he's the greatest boxer, he's the best. Now he's not, because he hasn't fought the best competition. He hasn't been in the ring with them guys. He's not until he get in the ring with these guys, right? And I could see that he's kind of maneuvering his way again, right, around the top competition at 135. This time, instead of him leaving the division, he's just bringing smaller guys up a division that he feel like he can beat, right? How do I fight at 130? Because people forget, right? Let's really go back, right? Let's really talk some boxing, right? Let's really talk some boxing. Let's really go back. People forget, right, that Tank used to have, you know, problems making weight and missing weight, right? I think he missed weight maybe twice, but he always had a little problem making weight at 130, right? So if I'm Gervonta Tank Davis, how do I keep fighting at 130 without having to make 130? I can fight at 135 and bring guys up from 130. That way I don't have to make 130. I can make 135, bring those guys up. You know what I mean? Not saying Lamar Roach ain't a good fight, but it's an easier fight. And size and power has a lot to do with it, right? It's an easier fight than Edwin De Los Santos, right? It's an easier fight than Andy Cruz, who are naturally 135ers, right? So am I crazy? Am I crazy to feel like, did I think this move before? He just, at first, he was going down to 135 and 130. And instead of killing his body, right, he just going to bring these guys up. Ain't nobody turn down no Tank fight. Like, how can you duck Tank? People be like, you duck Tank. You can't duck Tank. Ain't nobody turning down no Tank fight. Right? Because at this point, right, you sell Tank as the money man. And it's been shown that people get their biggest paydays fighting Tank. Now, it's still to be seen, right? Because we talking about Lamar Roach, but still, we at this point, it may not even be Lamar Roach. I'm hearing Mark Magsayo, right? And my thing is, if it's not going to be Lamar Roach, and it is Mark Magsayo, why bring Mark Magsayo up over fighting, you know, one of these guys already in your division? Because I want to see an Andy Cruz versus Tank. I want to see an Edwin De Los Santos versus Tank, right? Edwin De Los Santos got multiple losses, but his last loss was against Shakur Stevenson. And there's some people, right, who say that maybe Edwin De Los Santos won that fight. Shakur Stevenson ran the whole fight, right? I've heard that before. I think Shakur won, right, because Edwin just couldn't hit him. Edwin just couldn't hit him, right? And Shakur was able to land his jab and get up out of there, right? Sometimes, you know, turn and slide up out of there, right? You know what I mean? Sometimes actually would turn his back and kind of jog a little bit, right? You know what I mean? But, you know, not the most entertaining, but it was effective. It was enough to get him a win on that night, right? That I think, right? So he got a loss before that, but, you know, that dude hadn't lost the fight, wasn't like 7 years before he fought Shakur, right? And ain't no shame in losing to Shakur. He actually already fought Shakur, right? You know what I mean? That's a big fight for Edwin De Los Santos. Shakur is a bigger name, right? Shakur is a bigger name than any name on Gervonta Tank's resume, on Gervonta Tank Davis' resume as of late. Now you could say Gamboa and Leo Santa Cruz, but shit, at this rate, the way Shakur Stevenson going, 2-time, Shakur Stevenson was 3 division champions. He was at 126, 130, and 135. Shakur's a 3-time division champ. Shakur had the strap at 126, didn't it? Chat, if anybody know, man, y'all let me know. Diaz, you heard? Let me know, Diaz. Did Shakur ever strap at 126, or did he jump up 126? But at the least, Shakur Stevens is a double division champ, right? You know what I mean? Leo Santa Cruz is what? Double division champ? You know what I mean? So he's, like, you could say he's just as equally as accomplished as Leo Santa Cruz, right? Now, his resume isn't what Leo is just yet, but as far as accomplishments, divisions, and titles, he got just as many. You know what I mean? Type deal. So, Gamboa, like, those are legendary fighters. That was a while ago, right? But those are legendary fighters. His best fight as of late is Ryan Garcia, who has never been a champion. Ryan Garcia, who has never been a champion, right? He was the champion. He was the champion for a month until they found out his ass was on steroids. Oops. That boy was the champion for that night. That boy was the champion for about 2 months, and they said, nah, we gonna need that up off you, little bro, because you cheated. So your best win as of late is a fucking cheater. Your best win is trash because he didn't beat Devin Haney. So now you only got that feather in the cap, right? Ryan Garcia. So when you're looking at Tank resume as a whole, Leo Santa Cruz, Gamboa, after that, it get real rough. You know what I mean? You go Hector Garcia. Hector Garcia just lost his strap, right? You know what I mean? Just got stopped by Lamont Roach. You know what I mean? Type deal, right? And he ain't fought Lamont Roach yet, right? So when he beat Lamont Roach, I feel like that's the whole reason he's fighting Lamont Roach, because he beat Hector and then make Tank look bad if Lamont Roach, being from the same area I'm from, got the same win that I got. So now I got to keep, I got to at least get that. I got to get that Lamont Roach win to help my legacy, stay intact with a Hector Garcia win. But I didn't forget, right, when you fought Hector Garcia and you fought Ryan Garcia, you said you was fighting Devin and Shakur next. And I literally was just waiting for that fight. I had people, Tank went to jail a little bit after that, right? You had people tell, wait till you get out of jail, wait till you get out of jail. Man, Tank been out of jail for a long time. Tank been out of jail for a long time at this point, What we gonna do, man? We go barbecue or mildew. Y'all heard that before? It's the same in Memphis, Tennessee, man. Barbecue or mildew. Y'all heard that? Y'all heard that before? What we gonna do, man? We go barbecue or mildew, Tank. And it looked like Tank is on the road to mildew. If we just being perfectly honest, I know a lot of people don't want to hear. I know a lot of people don't want to hear about their favorite fighter and whatnot. But I'm just telling y'all, what I see. Right now, you can give me. There is no way, right? And again, I'm not saying he's ducking one person in particular. I mean, he's ducking top competition in his division as a whole. Right? I feel like these retirement talks are coming up because the competition is too high around him. By around him, I mean in his division. Schofield's about to fight Shakur. Schofield about to get his title shot. Right? You got Andy Cruz and you got Edwin De Los Santos sitting right there, and this just the WBA. This not even all of the 135ers, right, that he could be fighting. This just the WBA. Literally, Schofield about to fight Shakur. These are the top guys. You got Tank, Shakur, Vasyl Lomachenko, Berichuk, Schofield, Edwin De Los Santos, Cruz, and then you got Keyshawn Davis. Keyshawn Davis about to fight Berichuk. So you got Berichuk and Keyshawn about to fight. You got Floyd Schofield and Shakur about to fight. You got Vasyl Lomachenko, who's retired. Now, people going to say, well, he tried to fight Vasyl Lomachenko. Yeah, he did. That's true. Vasyl Lomachenko tried to fight him, too. So, I guess they 1-for-1 with the duck now, huh? They even. They even. They ducked even, huh? They didn't duck even, huh? Right? You know what I mean? So, I guess they 1-1 for the duck. Them two. Right? But I digress. Right? So, Vasyl is out. Right, Devin Haney is out. Right, Devin Haney just came back, got back in Vada. Right, Vasyl is talking about coming back, but Vasyl, he ain't, made no serious move to come back. Right, so Vasyl ducked him. He ducked Vasyl. He ducked Lomachenko. He ducked Lomachenko first. Lomachenko came back and he ducked him. Right, so it's only 2 names left on the board. People ain't gonna want to hear this shit. I know y'all ain't gonna want to hear this shit. I know y'all ain't gonna want to hear this shit when y'all watch this playback. Or when y'all come here a little later, when y'all finish doing y'all. I know y'all not going to want to hear this shit. I know. It's only 2 names left on the board. I'm going to say that again slow. You got Gervonta Tank Davis. You got Shakur Stevenson. You got Vasyl Lomachenko. You got Dennis Berichuk. Shakur Stevenson is about to fight Floyd Schofield, ranked number 2 in the WBA. You got Keyshawn Davis, a fighter you don't see here, about to fight Berichuk for the WBO, right? Right? So that's 4 of the top guys gone. You got Vasyl Lomachenko, who's not even in boxing right now, not even actively boxing right now, right? You got Devin Haney at 140, who just came back, right? So we ain't going to throw that in there because he just came back, right? It's only 2 names left on the board, and this is the WBA ranking. Andy Cruz, Edwin De Los Santos. And what does Gervonta Tank Davis do? Who does Gervonta Tank Davis fight? He said, let me go fight Lamont Roach. He said, let me go fight Lamont Roach. And I personally feel like he said, let me go fight Lamont Roach because Gervonta Tank Davis is not getting in the ring with an Edwin De Los Santos or Andy Cruz. He already told you Keyshawn didn't do nothing. Keyshawn got a title shot coming, right? He said Keyshawn didn't do nothing. Keyshawn got a title shot coming. He said Shakur ain't did nothing. Man, Shakur is a champion right now in your division. You see Shakur Stevens and you see Gervonta Tank Davis, right? He's equal status to you in your division. What the fuck do you mean he ain't done nothing, right? So he eliminated him. He eliminated Keyshawn, and Keyshawn got to fight, right? So we'll eliminate Keyshawn anyway, right? Berichuk got to fight, right? Schofield got to fight, right? It's 2 names left on the board, and Tank went and got a guy from 130. And what I'm hearing, if the Lamont Roach fight is canceled, then it's going to be Mark Magsayo, right? It's going to be Mark Magsayo. That's another guy from 130. All these guys came from 126. That's another guy from 130, dog. So why is Tank pulling up these guys from 130? This is the equivalent to Tank back in the day, right? Him pulling these guys up from 130 is the equivalent of back in the day, him going down to 130 and allowing guys like Devin Haney to get belts in his division. Allowing guys, to take over the division that he's in. Because he's real passive with the competition level that he faces. Some dudes don't take fights unless they're confident they can win. Tank don't take fights unless he's overly confident that he's going to win. It's almost no risk, right? He's probably going to have the advantage in every which way. You know what I mean? That's the vibe that I'm getting from Gervonta Tank Davis and him taking these fights. That's the vibe that I'm getting. Like and some people see it, right? Some people don't want to see it. Some people see it and don't want to see it, right? But there is no reason why he should be one of the elder guys at 135, right? And has one of the lightest resumes, one of the softest resumes. Now, he got those 2 names. He got 2 diamonds on there, right? Leo and Gamboa. Those are diamonds in hindsight, right? Fucking diamonds. You can't argue those. I'm not going to try to argue those diamonds, right? You can throw Pedraza in there as well, right? But that was a long time ago, dog. That was a long time ago. Right? You can't re-shine those diamonds, man. They ain't gonna never shine quite like they did when they was new. You gotta go get some new diamonds, dog. Why ain't Tank rocking Shakur Devin head on the platter? Why ain't he rocking them folks on his rings, on his hands and shit, on his mouth and shit? Because that's what the young boys do in boxing, right? The young boys, what they do when they get them wings, they go get iced the fuck out. So I'm saying this shit figuratively and literally. Like, why he ain't already iced them folks out? Why he ain't already got in the ring, took their head off? Because I'm not even saying Tank lose these fights. I'm saying Tank is avoiding these fights. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm saying Tank ducking. I never said once Tank loses these fights. Right? Never said that. Never said he lose these fights. I will favor Tank in all of these fights that we talking about. That's the killing part. And that's where I fuck up a lot of haters because they be like, what? Yeah, I'm not talking about the actual fight. I'm talking about him not even getting in the ring with these people for us to even see if these people can fuck with him. Nah, we don't. I honestly don't. I think Tank beat all these people, but I think it's maybe on that night if something go wrong, if Tank come in a little off, if they, what I'm saying, you never know what happened in the fight. I want to see him in the ring with the biggest names and the best names. The best names are the ones that's gonna give us the most challenging fights. That's what the best names are what bring the headlines. The biggest and best names are what bring the headlines when we don't know who gonna win the fight, right? When we know who win that fight, some of us halfway not interested unless, they're just diehard your fans. And Tank do got a lot of diehard fans. But for him to really, really get, I feel like Tank could have already been retired. I'll say this, right? And this is basically like the last straw for Tank. This is the last hoorah, right? He said he got 3 fights left. If Tank give us Devin, Shakur, or he give us Keyshawn, Shakur, and Devin, right? If he give us those 2 on the way out the door, then everything that I'm talking about today don't matter. This shit is null and void. I'm just gonna put running my mouth for no motherfucking reason, right? Right? If he ended like that, then this shit I'm talking don't matter at all, right? But if he in his career, man, with out of those holes, out of those gaps of this top competition, you mean tell me 135 had Cruz, De Los Santos, Devin, T.O., we'll throw Ryan in there, right? He fought Ryan. We'll throw Ryan in there. Keyshawn Davis, right? Barachuk. You mean tell me you had all those guys and you didn't fight one of them? You fought Ryan. Ryan was the only one you fought, right? Lomachenko, right? Leo was 130. People forget that. I mean, Leo was at 130. That wasn't the 135 win, but I'm giving him Leo because he's a great win. Right, Leo was at 130. Gamboa was at 130, right? Those 130 wins, those wins not even at 135, but I'm giving him those wins. But those wins was a long fucking time ago. And I know Leo was at 130, and I think Gamboa was at 130. Those wins not even 35 wins, but I'm going to give them to him. Those wins not even 35 wins, Gamboa and Leo, right? But those diamonds, Pedraza, those wins not at 135, if I'm not mistaken. Those wins are not 135, right? At 135, he got Ryan Garcia, right? And there was a catch weight. But I give him Ryan. He got Ryan Garcia. That's the only one. No Devins, no Shakurs, no Floyds, no Cruzes, no De Los Santos, no nothing. You didn't fight none of those. No Lomachenkos. At the end of his career, you mean tell me Tank was at 135 his whole career and he didn't cross paths with none of those guys? It's not just one or two. Because they go tell you, well, Sugar Ray didn't fight this guy. Floyd didn't fight this guy. Aaron Pryor would have did this, right? And I get it, man. Maybe it's a guy or two where the shit just couldn't stack up right. Didn't stack up right. You know what I'm saying? It happened. Maybe it's a guy or two that shit happened to, right? But damn, bro, it's about 7, 8 people out here, dog. It's like 7 to 8 people in your division that you ain't touched yet. You touching guys at 130. You touch Barrios, who's the champion 147. That's impressive. That is impressive. I give you Barrios. right? I give you Barrios, but that's after. He did that after you, my guy. Right? He did that after you, my guy. You didn't beat this Barrios, right? Not taking that win from you, but this Barrios, this one that we're talking about, you didn't beat him. Right? He did that after you. I'm giving you Barrios, but that's not 135 either. So they still fit, and I'm trying to give you these fights, bro, and they still fit my criteria of you ducking the competition around you. The guys in your division, the 135ers, you got some 30-pounders, you got 47 guy, right? You got 3 wins, you got 4 wins, you got Pedraza, Gamboa, Leo, 130. You got Mario Barrios at 140. You got Ryan Garcia at 140. Right? So you got Barrios and Ryan Garcia as of late. Ryan Garcia has never been a champion. So how high is we ranking Ryan Garcia? How good really is Ryan Garcia? Ryan Garcia's biggest win, he had to fucking cheat. His biggest win, he had to cheat. It's not even a win. So in his one of his biggest fights, you and Devin Haney, his biggest fights, lost one, cheated in the other. Is that even a credible win at this point? Is Ryan Garcia even a credible win? And I tried so hard to give it credibility. Is that even credible? Is that win even credible right now? You know what I mean? So it's tough right now. Like, and you can, I'm just painting a picture, man. You can see, you could not see it, but how has he been at 135 his whole career and hadn't fought none of these dudes? And to bring you up to date, just put the matchups together, put the pieces together of the fights that you really want to see. Talk your ass off. The fights you really want to see. You didn't see him versus Lamont Roach coming because they had 2 different divisions. Talk your ass off. The fights you really want to see. The Devin, the Shakur, the Keyshawn's, the Edwin De Los Santoses, the Andy Cruzes, right? Them the fights that you really want to see, right? Right? Now, you want to see all them fight one another. You might not necessarily want to see Tank fight them guys, right? But those should be the fights that you want to see. You know what I mean? Why is he bringing up Lamont Roach, who's a great fighter, at 130, right? And if it's not Lamont Roach, it's Mark Magsayo. Why are you fighting Mark Magsayo, bro? Did he lose his last 2 fights? 1-1 lost, 1-1 lost. I get it's a late replace. It's a replacement, right? But it's a lot of people you could have fought. Guarantee you, De Los Santos is shape ready. Andy Cruz is shape ready. Guarantee you, them folks shape ready, right? My thing is, man, I just feel like, and it's a pattern to me, right? I don't feel like this is, I don't feel like I'm tripping right now. I don't feel like I'm tripping right now. You know what I mean? Because I feel like I've seen this before. I feel like I've seen this movie before, which is why I got again in there. And again, I'm not even saying that he's ducking one person directly. I'm probably saying something worse. I'm saying he's ducking top competition in general. You know what I mean? And I feel like it's always been this way. Like he'll throw one in there. He'll throw one in there. You know what I mean? And now and again, he throw one in there. Right here, give you they all pretty much wild cards, though. It's like Rolly Romero, like what? Like Hector Garcia came from 130. Right. It's always like why haven't we seen Devin Haney yet, bro? You and Devin Haney been in the same division for years. Devin Haney didn't move on from the division. You and T.O. in the same division for years. T.O. moved on from the division. Devin Haney moved on from the division. No fight. Lomachenko is in the division, right? I guess you tried to fight him now, right? You know what I mean? Maybe that just happened, right? But my thing is just, this dude is like, he 29, ain't he? Or 30, about to be 30, right? You got more you got more years in the game already than you got left in the game, right? Let me say that because he's not an old guy, right? But you got more years in the game already, right, than you got left to go in the game, right? Why haven't we seen none of these fight shit, man? Right? And it's like people always tell us, man, you just gotta wait. Let's go, just wait and see. Now we waiting to see who he said. I got 3 fights. Now we waiting to see who his next 3 fights finna be after he fight somebody from a different division. How many tune-ups do you need? How many tune-ups do we really want to see? Honestly, y'all don't get tired of seeing Tank fight tune-ups, right? And I'm not calling them. I'm not calling Lamont Roach a tune-up, right? But it's not the fights that we were asking for, right? It's a fight you accepted. And Lamont Roach is a class fighter, right? But so is Elmer De Los Santos. So is Andy Cruz, right? Andy Cruz got 2 gold medals. You know what I mean? Elmer De Los Santos, fought Shakur Stevenson. Elmer De Los Santos sparked Rayo, a guy they saying that you might be on your hit list, Rayo. Elmer De Los Santos sparked him. So why you fighting De Los Santos? Why is Rayo on the hit list, but not De Los Santos? Ask yourself, what's the easier fight? Rayo. Clearly. Right? Clearly it's Rayo. My thing is, I don't even know if Tank gonna retire, but I really do feel like this dude, he gonna fight this guy at 130, and then he know it's gonna be immense pressure on him to fight somebody, right? So in the same breath, he said, I know my next 3 fights. And then he said, he gonna retire. Right? So if his last 3 ain't what we've been asking for at least half his career at this point, right? Because those guys 25, 26, shit like that. He like 29, right? 30 type shit. So at least for the last, Tank been in the game about 10 years, 10, 11 years. At least for the last 4 to 5 years, we've been asking to see a Devin Haney, T.O., Tank, Shakur Stevenson, something of the sort, right? What we got was Ryan Garcia fighting every fucking battle. And that's the sad part. Now, he cheated Devin, so he was scared shitless, right? So we kind of got to scratch that one out, right? But Ryan Garcia is the one that, got in the ring with multiple of those guys. T.O. ain't fought none of them. He for sure ducked them. Right? Fought Lomachenko, though. T.O. ain't fought a Tank, a Devin, a Shakur. Man, Ryan really is Ryan and Devin. Ryan fought Devin. Devin fought Ryan. Devin fought Lomachenko. So Devin got 2. Right? We talking top guys at the weight class. Lomachenko is going to be considered historically one of the best guys at 135. I didn't say the best guy. No. I said one of. Gonna be considered one of the best. Not even my opinion necessarily, right? But public opinion. At least that's how they go push it. Right? There's amateur career and professional career, right? You can't really deny Lomachenko in that sense. But the combination of the two is nasty work from Lomachenko, right? He did his damn thing for sure. But it's like, man, I feel like I've seen this movie before, you know. When that competition get heavy, it's like my boy Tank stage, exit left, man. Back in the day, I feel like the only way Devin Haney gets undisputed is, you know, Tank had to open the door for him because Tank was already there. How didn't he have no straps? How didn't he fight none of those top guys already? How did they jump him? He was already there. It's because he allowed it. You know what I mean? T.O. was the champ at 35 before him. Let that sink in. Had a real belt, not a regular belt. T.O. was the champ at 135 before him. Devin was the champ at 135 before him. Shakur was fighting at 130. Him and Shakur got their belts the same exact year. The reason you don't hear email champ no more is because Tank Davis got emailed Devin Haney's belts. That's why you don't hear that shit no more. If you ain't figured it out, Gervonta Tank Davis got emailed Devin Haney's old belt, the WBA belt that we talking about right now. Yeah. So how does that happen? That means you was next in line the whole time. So if Tank really wanted to fight Devin, right, just put that together. Tank got elevated when Devin dropped the belt. That means Tank could have pushed that fight the whole time. But y'all telling me that he don't be maneuvering his way around the top competition. That's how Devin was able to even get undisputed. It's because Tank just moved out the way. It's because he moved out the way. Jay Gill, what's good, pimp? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, man. When this thing having us a boxing conversation, bro. Just giving y'all shit the way that I see it, man. The way I see it. Now, it ain't always, again, you can see it a completely different way. But I don't feel like it's a mistake. And I'm not even talking about one guy in particular. I'm talking about all the top competition at 135. Tank has avoided, bro. All of it. When you run off his best wins, they're either at 130 and he got that one against Barrios at 140. Tank has more fights at 135 than any division in his career. And his least competitive fights are always at 135. But the most competition that he ever had was always at 135. T.O. left, Lomachenko half retired, you know what I mean? Devin left the division. Ryan left the division. Brought Ryan back down, you know what I mean? Rehydration clause, blah, 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 they right. You know what I mean? None of them said Keyshawn ain't did nothing. Said Shakur ain't did nothing. Shakur got a strap now. Said he wants to let the smoke. Man, Jay Gill, I laid it down. I just laid it all the way down, dog. I'm saying again because he's ducking the wave of competition in these divisions, man. He's ducking a wave of competition in these divisions. Like, it's crazy how hard this dude ducking. Like, not just one. It's even worse than just one person, bro. It's anybody who may be able to give him some smoke in his division. And I feel like what he doing now, right? Not saying Lamont Roach isn't a good fighter, right? Not saying he isn't a good fighter, but he's not in your division. There's not a fight that we asked for. There's not a fight that anybody really saw coming. Right? There are better guys in your division that you can fight. You know what I mean? I broke it down, Jay Gibb. I got the WBA sitting on the screen. The WBA ranking and all the champs, right? If you look at that list, man, tell me what you see. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden he talking about retiring. It's getting real spicy in that division, right? Those people starting to get real close to him. Look how I set up. Look at his name. Look at these people: Shakur, Lomachenko, Berichuk, Schofield, M. De Los Santos, Cruz. Now, he was trying to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko. Now you can say Lomachenko ducked him. He ducked Lomachenko, right? So him and Lomachenko ducked one another. He ducked Loma one time. Loma ducked him one time, right? So they even, right? I guess, right? But Loma retired, right? So Loma retired pretty much 1 foot in, 1 foot out. Shakur is about to fight Floyd Schofield. He ranked number 2 in the WBA, which is the belt that Tank got. These are the WBA rankings, by the way. These are the WBA rankings, World Boxing Association. Right? So you got Shakur about to fight Floyd Schofield, right? So Shakur name off the list, Schofield name off the list. Y'all hear me out? Right? They name off the list. Berichuk, Keyshawn name not up here because he in a different sanctioning body, right? But Keyshawn is about to fight Berichuk. Right? So you got Keyshawn and you got Berichuk about to fight, right? So now you scratched off 1 name, 2 names, Berichuk and Keyshawn. You scratched off 4 names. Lomachenko is retired. Right now, at this moment, he's retired. So you can scratch off his name. What 2 names are left? Sitting at 3 and 4. Elvin De Los Santos and Andy Cruz. Right? I feel like Gervonta, back in the day, Gervonta Tank Davis will go down to 130 when shit got hot at 135. Later in his career, he went up to 140 when shit got hot at 135 and fought Barrios. Barrios became everything that he was after that fight. This Barrios today wasn't the Barrios that Tank fought. Barrios is a whole different fighter now than he was back then. You know what I mean? But I digress. Not to mention the win, I'm just saying the guy that, we giving him credit for Barrios, facts, which we should. But the guy that we giving him credit for, he wasn't that when Tank fought him, right? But found out his rehydration clause on him too, right? But he told us, like Ryan Garcia, stop crying. But he came out and said, I had one too, right? So it was one on him too. You know what I mean? But I digress, right? But it's like his best wins, right, were either at 130 and he got Barrios at 140. I'm not making this up, y'all. It's like competition is too high around him in his division. He doing this shit again, just like he did back then. Again, how could Devin get undisputed if Gervonta Tank Davis was already in that division? How could Tio, get an undisputed, right, if Gervonta Tank Davis was already in the division, right? How did Gervonta Tank Davis get his WBA belt? How did Tank get this belt? How did Tank even get this belt? Like, that question alone, you know what I mean? The answer to that question alone, people killed Devin for getting elevated. Man, Tank got elevated, you didn't hear a word. And the worst part is when Tank got elevated to his belt was Devin's belt that Devin had. That tell you right there he could have fought Devin anytime he wanted to. Because as soon as Devin left, he got it. So that means he was basically Devin's mandatory. Never happened. Because he never forced it. Never asked for it. They couldn't wait to give Gervonta Tank Davis that belt. You know what I mean? He always was next in line. He never wanted it. He tell you, I don't care about belts. I don't care about leg. He telling us that. But his fans will tell you that he's the best fighter. No, you can't say that. Because he hasn't went out there and proven it. You can say he's the most popular fighter. You can say he box office. You can say he's one of the most popular fighters. You can say that he can fill up an arena. You can say that he's one of the most exciting fighters. You can say he's the most exciting fighter you've seen since Deontay Wilder. But you can't say he's as accomplished as Wilder. You can't say he's he's the most accomplished fighter. You can't say he's the best fighter because he hadn't fought None of the best fighters, literally. Right? None of them. None of the best. Barrios, their win is aging like fine fucking wine. Right? Gamboa and Pedraza and Santa Cruz, those wins are great. Those wins were a long time ago. And they was at 130. We ain't talking about 130 anymore. That dude been at 135 10 years. That dude been at 135 6 years. About 4 years consistently since Barrios, right? Still ain't fought none of these guys. I don't even got David Haney, Shakur up here. I got Cruz and Edwin De Los Santos up here. Because if you pay attention to what's going on right now, and I'm going to break this down again, Shakur is about to fight number 2 in Floyd Schofield. They off the list. Lomachenko is 1 foot in, 1 foot out. That nigga retired. He off the list. Barichuk is about to fight Keyshawn, who not on this list, right? Because he ranked in WBC, right? So he's not on this list, but Keyshawn's about to fight Barichuk for the strap. So Barichuk is out the list. Keyshawn is out the list. Barichuk out the list. Keyshawn out the list. Lomachenko off the list. Shakur and Schofield off the list. What are the other 2 names that you see? What are the only 2 names left? Gervonta Tank Davis. What are the only 2 names? What is Edwin De Los Santos and Andy Cruz? And what does Gervonta Tank Davis do? He go get a guy from 130. That's the equivalent of Gervonta Tank Davis back in the day going down to 130 when it got hot at 135 and allowed young guns like David Haney them to get undisputed. That's why I'm saying again, bro, because I've seen this movie before. It's part 2, so it's not going to be exactly like the first one, right? But same characters, man. Different timing, same characters. You know what I mean? Same characters, different timing, man. Different way, same play. Different way, same play. That's crazy. And ain't nobody, it's like I'm the only person around that can see this, right? And again, I'm not saying he's ducking anybody individually. What I'm saying is probably even worse. He's ducking top competition, period. He's not he's not just avoiding Devin. He's not just avoiding Shakur. He's not just avoiding Edwin De Los Santos. He's not just avoiding Andy Cruz. He's avoiding all of them. He's avoiding all of them guys. You and Tio was in the same division. You never fought Tio. Never made it a thing. Nothing. None of that. You know what I mean? Same division with Lomachenko. He tried to fight him. Lomachenko tried to fight him too. So they duck for duck. If you want to throw that one out. But I'm going to keep bringing it up. They duck for duck, but I'm going to keep bringing it up. If you want to say Lomachenko duck him. Lomachenko retired. You could say that he was trying to fight Lomachenko on the way out the door. Right? So it's 2 ways you can look at that. Right? Lomachenko retired. Pretty much. Right? Nigga had a retirement fight. You know what I mean? But they duck for duck. You know what I mean? Not one person in particular. Every time the room get hot, every time the competition get too high, he go to 130 for something. Whether he picking up people from 130 or rather he going to 130. Right? That one time he went to 140. He said, I ain't doing that shit no more. Right? He said, I ain't doing that shit no more. Barrios too big. You know what I mean? I'm not doing this, right? But I'm noticing the pattern, man. I'm noticing the pattern. It ain't that many. Like, why? Lamont Roach is a great fighter. He's not in your weight class, right? If Mark Magsayo is the replacement, maybe he did get a fight at 135 or something, Mark Magsayo, right? Maybe he did move up or something in a fight or two, right? But we not asking for no damn Mark Magsayo. You know what I mean? Lamont Roach is a great fighter. He's not in your weight class. There's Hector Garcia again. I feel like you only fighting Lamont Roach because he beat Hector Garcia and it made you look bad because he beat Hector Garcia. He's from DC. That's personally what I feel like. I feel like because Hector Garcia got a loss again and look bad on your resume, and the fact that it was a dude from DC, you can't deal with that because you from Baltimore. You can't have no nigga from DC beating the same people that you beat. So now you got to go beat him to basically make your resume, to make your low-tier resume, to get your low-tier resume back from shit back to low-tier. You got to go beat Lamont Roach, right, to cover up the Hector Garcia win who you brought up because he beat Chris Colbert, who you never fought anyway. We want to see you fight Chris Colbert. Chris Colbert wants to fight you too. Now, in hindsight, you was going to knock Chris Colbert ass the fuck out, right? You know what I mean? But you should have been the one to knock Chris Colbert ass the fuck out, right? He wanted to fight. He wanted to fight you too. You know what I mean? But it's always the other nigga with Tank. It's never the nigga, right? You know what I mean? But, you know, so now you got to fight Roach because he beat fucking Hector, and you can't let no DC nigga beat the same nigga you beat. Now you got to go beat him. That's why you fighting Lamont. Not saying Lamont Roach not a great fighter. You don't want Lamont. You really don't want Lamont Roach to have no shine. Lamont Roach beat a nigga you beat. He got a belt. He from the fucking DMV, right? That's in the same area and shit right there. It's a little beef, a little friendly beef. You know what I mean? Type shit. You can't have that shit on your resume, dog. So now you got to go beat Lamont Roach because he's from the area you're from. That's going to be something to talk about. Man, that boy from DC beat him too. That boy from DC with the bad motherfucker. Tank didn't fight Lamont. They could have, right? So you got to go fight Lamont because that's some hood shit. You got to keep your, you know what I mean? Bro, let Lamont beat, bro. Let Lamont stay at 130 and fucking fight O'Shaquie Foster. Shit. That's the fight. That's the fight we want to see him fight O'Shaquie. What you want to do is fuck up that shit for them. You don't want to see nobody else get on. That's what you doing. You trying to protect your shit and you trying to keep, you know, the attention on you up in your area and shit like that. But O'Shaquie and Lamont is really the fair fight, the even fight, the unification fight. That's the fight that they need to do for their fucking legacy. Fuck Tank. That's what I'd be telling Lamont. Fuck you, bro. Nah, because you trying to slow. Nah, really what you doing is nah, if I'm Lamont, I'm gonna start pulling the move. Now, I'm finna keep the same. I'm finna keep the same win as you, bro. I'm gonna keep the same win. I'm a champion too, and I'm gonna unify. I'm gonna have more belts than you. You know what I'm saying? Type shit, bro. Anyway, I digress. But I'm here. He might not be fighting Lamont anyway. I'm here. Might be Mark McSire, right? So Lamont might end up having the same win as him, unless they do it later. But we damn sure don't want to see Mark McSire. Shit, Gary beat him with one arm. You might as well fight fucking Gary. We wanted to see you fight. Fucking Gary. Oh my God. But anyway, bro, I digress, bro. Like, look, come on, bro. This shit is sick work. You better not fight no motherfucking Mark McSire when Gary Russell beat him with one goddamn arm. Gary Russell been calling your ass out for motherfucking 22 years. Man, you better not fucking fight. Man, you better not fight no motherfucking Mark McSire and Gary Russell beat that nigga with one arm. But Gary Russell lost. I know he lost on the scorecard, but y'all saw that fucking fight. Go watch that fight. Go watch that fucking fight. Gary Russell beat that nigga with one fucking arm. Come on, dog. Come on, dog. Your replacement better not be no motherfucking Mark McSire. And it just dawned on me. Hold on. Ain't that the dude Gary Russell beat with one fucking arm? Ain't no fucking way that's the replacement, dog. Ain't no fucking way, dog. Oh, that's terrible, dog. Oh, God, that's fucking terrible. Y'all, come on, bro. Come on, dog. I didn't good at this shit, man. I didn't good at this shit up 2 ways. And now I didn't put 2 fucking backstories together already. Nigga, how the fuck Mark McSire the replacement fighter and Gary beat him with one arm? Gary been calling you out for years. Oh my God. Oh my Lord. Dog. And again, I'm not saying he's ducking one person. What I'm saying is worse. Anybody who might be a threat, dog, this dude don't want no smoke with. Mike. Yeah, man. I don't want to do the resume like that. I don't want to do the resume like that. But lower weight class. Oh my Lord. Rehydration clause. Lower weight class. Oh my God. Oh Lord, that's bro. Oh shit. Didn't even win your belt. Devin Haney gave you his belt. Dog. Oh Lord, bro. This shit is even worse. Bro, this shit is even worse than I thought. The more I go down this rabbit hole, this shit get worse. The more I go down this rabbit hole. And y'all know I freestyle on my shows. I do all my shit at the top of the head. I'm freestyling on my shit. This shit get worse the more I think about this shit, y'all. This dude been, bro. Literally. Bro, Pedraza, Gamboa, Leo, Barrios. Can we really give him Ryan Garcia when Ryan Garcia best win ain't shit? Who the fuck is it? Darte? Who's Ryan Garcia best win? Fucking fuck who? Yeah. And when he fought Devin, he cheated. So who got that win? Ryan Garcia never been a champion. We can't even give him Ryan Garcia, dog. Bro, he got, bro, them three, Leo, Pedraza, and fucking Gamboa. Bro, them wins is ancient. Ancient, dog. Ancient. And he got Barrios. And he brought him down with a hydration clause. I mean, I lied. He went up. But he made him not rehydrate to what he would normally do. So they want the same Barrios. But he got him. He got Barrios. Bro, I'm not giving him Ryan Garcia. No. Bro, you got 3 wins. You got 3 diamonds. You got 3 diamond rings you've been holding on to, bro. Them rings is old. You got to get you some new diamonds. You can shine them up, but they ain't going to never shine like them new diamonds. You got to get you some new diamonds. You got to get you 3 more rings. You holler about 3 more fights. You got to get you 3 more rings. And it need to be Shakur. It need to be Devin. And the third one could be whoever the fuck you want it to be. Pick one. Andy Cruz, De Los Santos, Keyshawn, Barichuk, depending on who win. Schofield, right? If Schofield be Keyshawn, pick one. And I still want to see you fight Schofield. I don't know. Schofield could. He could rough. It's going to be interesting, right? Pick one. I'm going to say Shakur. I'm going to just go with the A side, right? I'm going to say Shakur. Pick one, dog. Shakur, Devin, and anybody after that. Anybody after that. Go knock out Camille Moten for all I care. After that. After you fight Shakur. Go knock out your doppelganger. Right? Go fuck up Floyd shit, right? Go fuck Floyd shit up after that. You know what I mean, bro? But come on, dog. Or, come on, bro. Come on, dog. Like, the more you go down this rabbit hole, dog, the worse this shit get. When you really think about this shit in a nutshell. At some point, bro, them folks mixed it up with one another, the people in the top. Edwin De Los Santos for Shakur. Right. Only dude Tank for was Ryan. Ryan, you can't even give Ryan credit for fighting Devin no more. Right? And then I can say, shit, that was at 142. Right? But Ryan Garcia was at 135 and he didn't fight. Tank didn't fight. He waited for him to move up. Brought him back down. But rehydration clause. Moved him up. Brought him down. Rehydration clause. No. Now, one smart thing Tank did do with Ryan was made him sign up for VADA. Tank made him sign up for VADA. Devin them didn't have testing. Except like the last, 2 months before the fight. That's where Devin fucked up. And Devin is the clean fighter. So, right. They didn't have testing for, it was on test like the last 2 months or something like that. That's where they fucked up. Gave Ryan too much time. But, dog, I don't even know how to. Just this dude moves, man. This dude moves is just. If you really pay attention to the moves, you really pay attention to what's going on. He been moving like this just about his whole career, right? He been moving like this just about his whole career, dog. Like, not one person, anybody that's a real threat. I'm eating shit out these mints, right? These some bitches good mother too. Y'all ain't seen DJ that. I know. But anybody who halfway a threat, anybody who like anybody where he feel like he not go sweep him. He not just go knock him out. He not just go get him up out of there. He real. He real funny about the way he move. We get in the ring with them guys. Like it ain't in it. And then when you think about it, it's all of them. How the hell he been at 35 that long? How the hell he been at 35 that long? And you ain't fought nobody at 135 but Ryan? And that was at 140. You ain't fought nobody originally from 135, right? Shakur is in there now. He not original, right? But we'll add him because he in there now, right? Vasyl Lomachenko, the Devin Haney's, the TOs, right? You got Cruz came in, right? Boom, he in there now. M. De Los Santos fought Shakur at 135. Shakur came in for M. De Los Santos 35 before you did, right? You know what I mean? Right? How have you been at 135 this long and ain't been in the ring with not one of these guys? Right? Not one of these guys. Shakur fought fucking Edwin De Los Santos. Shakur fought fucking Edwin De Los Santos. People want to come here talking about side of the street. Shakur was with ESPN. Edwin De Los Santos was with PBC. When that fight happened. Or did you forget? Did you forget that Shakur was on ESPN, El Del Santos was on PBC? So that, you know, them being different and all that, man, that shit don't matter. It really don't. What matter is, do the A side want the fight? And that's the part, and that's the part that people don't want to come to grips with. Errol Spence versus Bud Crawford. Who was the A side? Errol. Errol wanted to fight. The fight happened. Right? The A side make these things go. If the A side don't want it, it's not happening. And it may happen on the A side time, right? But if it's not happening, it's because the A side don't want it to happen. And I'm not saying that he never going to do it, but I do know. But I do know that. But I do know that. And what I was gonna say, I feel like I was cooking too. Hold on, I gotta go back. I gotta remember what I said. I'll be high. I'm finna fail. Okay, I was talking about. Oh yeah. Sometimes the A side, you know, may take a little longer than you want, right? But the shit'll happen, right? Manny Pacquiao and Floyd. Now that's a little different, right? There was like an IV issue. There might have been Manny, right? There might have been some of Manny, but I think they both was being a little petty. But when Floyd finally decided to go up to Manny and say, "Let's talk," that shit happened, right? When the A side ready for it, that shit happened. Maybe Tank Davis gonna wait till he old this shit to fight them guys. I don't know what the fuck he gonna do, right? But I do know that he talking about retiring now, right? He bringing guys up from 130 like he used to go down to 130 right around the time when competition got too hot around his division at 135. That's how he's able to be at 135 so long and never fight none of the top guys. That's how, if you go back and look at how he got his belt, it was handed to him because Devin Haney decided to let it go. How the hell did Devin Haney even get that belt before Gervonta Tank Davis, right? It's because Gervonta Tank Davis moved to the side and he let Devin Haney have it because at the end of it, he didn't want to fight Devin Haney. Now, rather you say he didn't want to fight him then, he didn't want to fight him. He probably not going to fight Devin Haney. I think I have come to grips with that, right? But he say he's retiring. He say he got 3 fights left. Then he gonna retire. Then he said he just might retire, right? So if he's not retiring, say he got 3 fights left. Who do y'all want to see him fight, honestly? Or y'all just gonna wait to picks for him to pick and just accept what he picked? There people do. Right, ain't nothing wrong with that. I guess somebody said Lamont Roach is a great fight. Yes, bro, Lamont Roach is a great fighter. I don't know if Tank versus Lamont Roach is going to be a great fight. Lamont Roach is a great fighter, but he's smaller. He's in a different division, right? For a reason. You know what I mean? For a reason. Like that's nobody was saying, bro, I won't see Tank fight Lamont Roach before Tank said he fight Lamont Roach. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Nobody said that. Let's fight Lamont Roach. You even said Garrett Russell. You didn't ever say Lamont Roach, right? You said Tank Garrett Russell before. You never said Tank Lamont Roach because he's a different division. That was never even a thought until Tank did this shit. And I told you why I think he did it. Because he got to make himself look good because he just knocked out Hector Garcia too. And he from up the same way that Tank from. So Tank can't have a dude from DC having the same win and knockout as him because that diminish him a little bit and make him look good. You're not my equal, so he got to fight Lamont Roach. But, bro, you got Edwin De Los Santos and Andy Cruz sitting right there in your division. Why ain't – and they ranked in the WBA. Literally, they're ranked in the WBA. You can almost say that the WBA is keeping them off of Gervonta Tank Davis' edge because we all know the WBA and the PBC have a great relationship, right? That's the Floyd Mayweather belt. Bob Arum got a belt, WBO. Floyd Mayweather got a belt too. It's the WBA. WBA love Floyd. That's pretty much his belt at this point. You notice all Floyd fighters, all the PBC fighters, they be getting WBA belts and shit. They be having them first, right? You know what I mean? But I digress. At basically at this point, you can say the PBC is keeping De Los Santos and Andy Cruz. De Los Santos off his ass, right? Andy Cruz fight over there on DAZN, right? So he on DAZN, you know what I mean? But I think he with Eddie Hearn, but they fucking ride the season, so they making everything happening, right? I mean, they making everything happen over there, right, Cruz? So that shit can happen through the WBA system. His mandatory is going to get pressed, so I think that's why he's talking about retiring. He be telling, I don't care about belts and nothing like that, because he's trying to get you ready for him letting them belts go because he don't want to have to fight De Los Santos or Andy Cruz, right? Because these dudes are about to get strapped. Schofield about to get knocked down, then Tank going to have to fight De Los Santos or Andy Cruz. And if he fight Maxie Hughes or Zayar Abdulaev already got knocked out by Devin Haney, so he can't fight him because we really going to kill him. Then Maxie Hughes just got knocked out, right? So he can't fight Maxie Hughes, right? Do y'all even know who Makayo is? Do y'all even know who Buddha is? He already beat Frank Martin, knocked him down. Roger Gutierrez, hell no. Omar Salido, hell no. Gabe Flores, hell, you know what I mean? So it ain't where he going. Andy Cruz and Edwin De Los Santos, bro. This dude, Maxie Hughes, just got knocked out. If he fight Maxie Hughes, if he fight motherfucking Abdulaev, ain't no motherfucking way, dog. You know what I mean? Come on, bro. It ain't too many people left, dog. He said he know who he gonna fight. He got 3 fights left. Who you gonna fight, bro? Is you finna bring up 3 straight niggas from one thing? This nigga finna bring up 3 straight niggas from one thing. You gonna fight Errol Spence? You going up to fight Errol? Who the fuck this nigga finna? Who he gonna fight, bro? If it ain't, it need to be Shakur, Devin, and after they can pick before if he go, bro. At this point, you fighting a guy from 130. If you fight Martin McSayo or motherfucking Lamont Roach, really, bro, your next fight need to be Shakur Devin because that's gonna get you warmed up. If you fight Lamont Roach, he's a good enough fighter. He most definitely gonna get you ready for Devin, right? With all that boxing shit, you know what I mean? And Shakur, Devin and Shakur with all that boxing shit right now. He might not have the power, right? He may not have the power, right? That's why you need to get your scary ass up in the ring. Because I'm not even saying that you lose. That's why I keep saying. I ain't even saying that he gonna lose. What I'm saying is that boy scary as hell. I'm saying that boy shaking the motherfucker. You know what I mean? Sometimes fear is a good thing in the fight because they keep you on your P's and Q's. Not too much fear. Too much fear make you ball like a bitch, right? And that ain't what you want. But an adequate amount of fear keep you on your P's and Q's. A fear of losing, not a fear of your fighter. A fear of losing the fight, an adequate amount will keep you on your P's and Q's. Too much fear will keep you from even going that way, walking that way home. Too much fear will keep you from even swinging back at a dude. You know what I mean? Right? Too much fear, if you're a boxer, will keep you from ever getting in the ring with this dude. Right? You get what I'm saying? You know what I mean? But an adequate amount of fear, you'll get in there, you'll test yourself because you think you know what you're getting in. You think you got him, right? You got enough fear, enough to where it can keep you on your game. Now, you might even win the fight. Errol Spence, right? He had, I think with him, it was more respect than fear. I think Bud did have a little fear of Errol Spence, right? That's why he maneuvered and he set that fight up the way he did with the timing of it and all that good shit. Made Errol sit down, got him a tune up in between, all that good shit, right? I think he had a little fear. He was a little suspect. He didn't really know. But once he beat him, why you can't tell Bud shit no more because he conquered his biggest fear. He conquered his biggest shark, right? He got his biggest goal, I think those the monkey on his back. Can I beat this dude? Now he didn't beat that dude, my Bud. He don't see no evil, fear no evil, right? He didn't walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Bud didn't walk through the valley of the shadow of death in his eternal self. You get what I'm saying? Right? Not even Errol Spence. Some people say T over there saying Errol is Jesus. Now, his eternal self. Because sometimes you could be fearful of something, then you do it, and then you go through that shit like a bleed. Ever happened to y'all? Not even necessarily in the fight, but sometimes in the fight too, right? You ever been a little fearful of a dude? He was like, he bigger than me, right? And then that day, y'all paths finally cross because he a motherfucker and you a motherfucker. So y'all paths finally go cross. And then once y'all paths finally cross, it was a little easier than you thought. He had a real soft face and shit, and you touched him up because he got a soft face. You get what I'm saying, right? Or, you know what I mean? If you play sports or something, man, just conquering your position or something, say you a motherfucking, you a motherfucking cornerback. Y'all getting one-on-ones. You scared to go out there against one-on-ones against the best, the highest ranked receiver at the school, right? At your school, right? And you get out there, you realize, damn, these one-on-one drills, I can kind of stay with this. I can chop his ass up a little bit, right? He ain't just killing me like he be killing them niggas in the game, right? Now, a lot of that got to do it because you've been with him the whole time. You seen him, you know his moves. Them niggas in the games don't. So he go chop their ass up every time, right? But that's giving you confidence because you're going up against, the best guy. Now you feel like when you're going against somebody else, now you done got the juice because you done locked up, your best receiver at practice, right? I think Claressa is a bit afraid of Perkins because of her size. Hey, Trap, I tell you this, Trap. Shout out my guy, Trap Me. I tell you this, Trap. I do think she make her quit. I think Claressa, I think she questioned, I think Claressa is questioning, how she go deal with her. I think she working it out. But I think once she get in there and she feel her, it's go work itself out. I think Claressa gonna be a lot faster than her, right? That's what I think gonna happen. Right? I think she gonna be a lot faster. But I think Claressa is a little wary of her size because she did say something about that on her social media. She said, damn, she bigger than I thought. She said that, exactly those words. But the girl tried to take her belts, right? And I do like how, strength for strength, I feel like Claressa was, I saw it, yeah. Strength for strength. Yeah, but she couldn't hit her though. Right, Trap? She couldn't hit her though, Trap. Right? And some people feel like it was staged too, right? But she couldn't hit her though, you know what I'm saying? Because she will fuck the fight up. And if those belts are big, Trap, she's still a woman, right? If she can't really push her, somebody got to sit them belts on her shoulder, right, Trap? Those belts big as fuck, Trap. She a woman, right? You ever seen those belts, though? You see how she got to put her belts on? Somebody literally put her belts on for her. Those belts big as fuck. So she couldn't just, you know what I'm saying? Because she would have dropped. Bro, Claressa, you think Claressa finna put her babies on the ground? You thought Claressa was going to drop her belts on the ground? She's not throwing her strap. Trap, as much as Claressa love them belts, you think she finna let them bitches go to push her? She wasn't letting her take her straps. She like, nah, these are my motherfucking straps. If that girl had to swung on Claressa, then she probably would have dropped the strap. But the thing was, the girl said, I'm going to take them straps. She said, try it. She said, I'll take them belts. Clarissa said, try it. And the girl tried it, right? So Clarissa was just holding, it was the belt. She was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? You ain't getting these motherfucking belts off me. You know what I'm saying? That's what that was, right? That's what I got from it. But I do think I agree with you on the fact that I do agree with you on that. It was good, Shay. Right, Shay. I do agree with you on the fact that she did question, like her. She said, damn, she bigger than I thought. She did say that. So I do think, you know, she's aware of the size, right? But I think once she get in there and she feel it out a little bit, she gonna be all right. But yeah, it's a new weight class. I think that's what I'm saying, a healthy fear. I think Clarissa had a healthy fear of moving up to heavyweight. But she moved up to heavyweight, she knocked the bitch out, right? So this just the next bitch that she gonna have to knock out. Now, she might not be able to knock this bitch out, right? She might have to maneuver around her. She might be a little more slick than just Brawley, right? But this just another, you know what I mean? Now, if Clarissa knocked this girl out, it's gonna be over with. All them jitters and that new girl, I'm new to heavyweight. Is my power gonna translate? Right? Am I big enough? Right? That shit gonna be over with. That shit gonna be over with. Right? That shit gonna be over with. But I do like this Trap. I do like this Trap. The other day you came here and you said you think she was a fan of something, right? You said, I think you said that was too nice or something. Now you saying that Clarissa might be scared of her, so I like that, right? I do think that girl not afraid of Clarissa. That I say for sure, right? I don't think Clarissa afraid of her, right? But I know for a fact, right, with just how she moving, she's not afraid of Clarissa. Because one day she moved her hair, you know, and Clarissa did let her move her hair. And then, you know what I'm saying, Trap, she playing mind games. Then the next day, she grabbed her belts, right? So I don't think she afraid of Clarissa, right? I don't think she afraid of Clarissa. Like you said, the next day she might kiss her, right? Because she, you know what I mean? Like, I think she got Clarissa. Yeah, you know what I'm saying, Shay? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, she in the head, like, she like, Clarissa, I think she just confused Clarissa, like, damn, she big as hell. She like, damn, do she like me? Do she respect me? Do she want to fuck? Then is she angry? Now Clarissa, like, is she mad? But, you know, maybe they get Clarissa going. Maybe they made Clarissa mad, so now Clarissa like, fuck that shit, I'm finna fuck her up. You know what I mean? But I think she playing the game right now, Perkins. That's why I think Perkins not scared of her. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Trap like that, you know what I mean? This shit gonna be, yeah. But a healthy, that's what I mean. A healthy amount of fear that's challenging yourself, right? That's what I mean as a fighter. Tank don't do that. That's what I'm getting at. That's what this whole EP about. That's what this whole EP about, y'all. Tank not doing that. Like, he don't do that. He hasn't done that throughout his career, right? You know what I mean? He said Perkins ain't the last girl. Shay, I think she might like her too, though, Shay. Honestly, like, for real. But then here go Trap being hated. That shit was classic. Because you know, Trap be hated, man. But hell yeah, especially on Clarissa too. But I digress, man. But yeah, I think that fight gonna be that's gonna be better than advertised, I think. That's gonna be better than advertised, I think, right? But she don't, that's what I mean. Like, how Clarissa, she'll challenge her insecurity, she'll challenge herself, man. This girl way bigger than me, right? She heavyweight, you know what I mean? Man, Tank been at 135 for how long? Think about this, y'all. Watch this. I'm finna fuck y'all over with this. Right? What's Tank's best win at 135? His best wins in his career, right? Leo, Gamboa, Pedraza, all at 130. Mario Barrios, was at a catch weight at 140. Ryan Garcia was at a catch weight at 140. Hector Garcia was at 135, brought Hector Garcia up from 130. If you're going back to one of those great wins, went down to fight Leo at 130. Now, Gamboa and Pedraza, they was in the same weight class, 130. Shay Girl said Frank at 135, and that might be the answer. Frank Martin at 135. Frank Martin at 135. And the question with Frank Martin was he ready? You could slick say Frank was a fucking prospect. Frank ain't never had a belt either. Frank ain't never had a belt. Ryan ain't never had a belt. But Ryan was at 140, right? If you want to put him at 135. You know what I mean? And Frank's still trying to get him a strap, right? He probably go get one, right? Frank's still trying to get him a strap. You know what I mean? So Frank was a prospect, really, man. Right? She said Frank was dragged, if you ask me. I just think Frank didn't have enough power, dog. He knew that, but he knew Frank didn't have enough power. He knew that. I think he knew that, man. Frank did. I think Frank, the shit that Frank hit Tank with, people normally get stopped right. And I think, like, Frank used a lot of energy early. Because, you know, he had them open shots early that he would knock people out with. And when he did knock Tank out, I think he used his juice. And he ain't had the juice on the back end to really move. His legs was gone. You can say he probably was drained, yeah, right? They probably. Maybe that, right? But I think his legs was gone by that, you know. But yeah, legs was gone. But yeah, Frank Martin though. Yeah. But it's like it's always like, and Frank really wasn't lying for the WBA. Frank was like down WBA. Devin Haney would have been up WBA. Right. But yep, Frank Martin is best win at 130. You know what I mean? But Frank Frank started boxing late. Frank kind of got a prospect resume too. You know what I mean? My guy DS said Tank is 30 years old, still fighting lesser opposition, right? And that's all I'm getting at. That's really what I'm getting at, man. Like it's a pattern. It's not just like a one-off. It's like as a guy from Soul Cat in the picture. What's good, Jerome? To it, like, you know what I mean? Like just like, and it's like a pattern, man. This is like what he doing now is he bringing guys from 130 up. What he used to do was go down to 130. One time he went up to 140. You get what I'm saying? But it's like whenever shit really get hot at 135, Tank kind of just take himself out of the picture. How does Devin Haney even become undisputed at 135 if Tank started at 135 before him? It's because Tank took himself out the picture. You know what I mean? He allowed that. And you know he allowed it because as soon as Devin Haney left the division, Tank got his belt in the WBA. Meaning that he was next in line in the WBA the whole time, which is what I was saying. If Tank really wanted that fight, he could have went through the WBA. Devin Haney told y'all, man, I can fight Tank at any time. He's the mandatory. All he got to do is ask for it. And he never did. Diaz. He let him run his block. Bro. How did you let Devin Haney, a guy who started after you, how does that happen? I didn't go say how do you, right? Let's not even put the onus on him just yet, right? How does that happen? We know Lomachenko, right? He was supposed to fight Lomachenko. Lomachenko moved up. That's when the email champion, right, really got big. because Canelo did the same thing to Charlo. Y'all ain't really making a thing like that. Y'all thought I forgot about that, didn't it? Canelo did the same thing to Jamal Charlo. Y'all ain't really making a thing like that. Moved up on him. Charlo got the belt. Y'all called him email champion a little bit. When Devin did it, it blew up. Lomachenko ducked Devin, and y'all blamed Devin. I ain't forgot that shit. Lomachenko ducked Devin, and y'all blamed Devin. I ain't forgot that. Right? And then Devin go on to become undisputed in the same division with that same email belt. Right? He get all the belts. Devin finally decided he defended a couple times. He finally decided to move up. Guess who get emailed the belt? Now guess who the email champion? So he let Devin get the belts and lead the division. He let T.O. get his 3 belts and lead the division. Shakur in the division now. He trying to tell you Shakur ain't done nothing. Shakur got a belt just like him. Shakur got a belt just like him. They both got belts. What you mean he ain't done nothing? He just got to the division. He literally oh shit. He literally done the same thing as you in your division that you've been in 10 fucking years, dog. That man has literally done the same thing as you in a division that you've been in at least 10 years, bro. 10 years strong. You've been in and out because, to my point, you've been maneuvering around competition when they get hot at 135. You've been maneuvering around. You still maneuvering just different. Now you bringing them up instead of you going down. You bringing them up now. Again, I'm going to ask y'all this. Right, Jerome. I'm going to put this out there again. Right? How does this happen? Wait. Hold on real quick. I was against her. Y'all know I'm how I be high. Hold on. This is what I was trying to do. This crash had the flex and come choosing the hill. Yep. Man, I forget what I finna say, but I have to. I remember a little later. But my point just is, bro, like this, and I got it again because this ain't the first time something like this happened. Dog. This dude been doing this pretty much his whole career, going down to 130, going up to 130. You know what I'm saying? Going down, right? Letting them folks have they high level fights, right? Move up in the ranks, then he'll come back in and get a tune up. And people been telling me he gonna fight these folks for years, bro. I haven't seen him halfway look like he want to fight none of these folks, right? Now, and if he decide to fight all these people, right, on his way out, because now he's talking about retiring. I feel like he's talking about retiring, right? Because this is about to be his way of getting out, having to fight all these people, right? Because he damn sure not going back down to 130. Here you go, boom. I remember what I was going to say, right? People forget this, right? People forget this. But you know, the OGs and the people who really be on their shit, y'all remember this, right? Tank used to have weight missing problems. That was at 130. He missed weight like twice at 130, right? So how can I still fight 130 pounders without having to make 130? I could bring 130 pounders up to my goddamn division. So now basically what Tank is doing, he's at 135, still fighting guys at 130. He about to fight Lamont Roach, 130. The replacement is Martin Maxaya, what I'm hearing, 130. So you're not even making weight no more. You basically fighting 130 pounders at 135. You moving them up to your weight. So you could have an advantage. Right? Lamont Roach is a great fighter, but he's going to be out of division in his first fight. On top of this not being a fight that we asked for, mainly because Lamont Roach not even in his division. We would rather see him fight Devin, who is, who took a little time off. Now he coming back, right? So we'll throw that fight out. We would have liked to see him fight Shakur, right? Who got a fight with Floyd Schofield, who we probably could have liked to see him fight, right? So they about to fight, so we'll throw those two out. We would have liked to see him fight, Keyshawn, who about to fight Barachuk, so we'll throw those two out. Lomachenko is retired. Teach, what's good, Teach? Appreciate you sliding through this thing, Teach. Glad you can make it. Lomachenko is retired, right? It's really only two names left on this board, and that's Cruz and that's Edwin De Los Santos. And y'all telling me it's not a coincidence in him going to get these guys from 130. The new move is to bring 130 up to him instead of going down to 130. That way he can still fight 130 pounders and not make 130. He don't have to challenge himself against the guys up top. And when it get time for Amando, he just go let the belt go. He go retire because then he gonna start saying what he just said his last press conference. I don't care about legacy. I don't care about this. I care about making money. I'm already a legend where I'm from. I'm a legend where I'm from. Who I need to fight Shakur? He ain't done nothing. He got a belt in your division right now. 2 division champ, done more than you. Right, really won his straps in his divisions. Might be a 3 division champ. Do Shakur got a belt at 126? Somebody find that out for me. Do Shakur got a belt at 1? Is Shakur a 3 division champ or a 2 division champ? DS said when Kell Brook had the IBF belt, Earl actually became the mandatory and put a lot of pressure on them and called them out. Yep, facts. He said, why does his fans care about legacy and Tank does? Yeah, in fact, that's what I'm saying, Teach. And that's what I'm talking to. I'm talking to the fans. They be telling me that he's the best fighter. He can be, no, he can't, because you have to prove yourself to be the best fighter. What y'all need to say is he's the most box office fighter. He's the most exciting fighter. That you could say. Tank is the most exciting fighter since Deontay Wilder. That done, I probably wouldn't even argue with you. The word y'all looking for is exciting. That best shit, y'all got to stop the best shit. Because exactly, he don't even care about that. And he's told us and he's shown us. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing else but the fact that that dude don't care about legacy. He don't care about them belts. He don't care about that shit. He said it 1,000 times. So I need y'all to stop telling me that he's the best fighter. I need y'all to stop putting him on the pound for pound because he ain't beat none of those guys. Pound for pound literally saves dudes like Gervonta Tank Davis because it's an imaginary list. So all it is what you look like in the ring fighting against who you fighting against versus what somebody else look like in the ring fighting against who they fighting against. But if he's fighting 5 times better competition, then you might look better than him. If you fighting a guy who's 5 times worse than him, 3 times worse than him, who ain't even half a third of this dude, you may look better. So they can stick you on an imaginary pound for pound list. The pound for pound list saves guys like Tank, bro. Right? What Shakur is doing is really pound for pound. What Lomachenko actually did is pound for pound, and y'all got a problem with him being on there. I feel like, how the hell you eye test? So if I go out there and I beat up a bunch of middle schoolers, right? I go out there and I fight, I'm saying elementary, right? Because it's a middle schools with hands, right? It need to be even. I say middle schools, right? If I go out there and I go and I pick out 6 random middle schoolers, right? My odds gonna be pretty high. Right, not fighting them back. Let's say I go out there. I go to 6 different middle schools, 6 different days. I pick out a random boy out there, and I fight 6 different middle schools. I fight 6 niggas from middle school every day. My odds gonna be pretty high on whooping them. So it's gonna look like I got hands, right? Because I got way more experience. I got way more power. I'm probably a lot faster than them, right? I can do way more damage, right? So my eye test gonna look a little better. Now, if I go to 6 random boxing gyms, right, and I pick out 6 random dudes, those fights gonna be a little harder. I may win them all. I may not win them all. Right? For argument, let's just say I win them all. They gonna be a lot harder than them fights at the 6 fucking middle school. It's gonna look a lot different to the eye, right? So my eye test might look different if I'm fighting niggas from boxing gyms and I'm fighting fucking middle schoolers. I'm just speaking to me, right? If I'm Tank, it might look different if I'm fighting somebody who's my peer, my division, my equal, my size, right? Than if I'm fighting somebody in the lower weight class. So pound for pound, that eye test shit, that shit literally made for people who want to imagine their fighter being the best fighter in the world. It got real flip-flop, right? At first, heavyweights weren't even on the pound for pound list because you couldn't move divisions. You know what I mean? Now, if we talking strictly 130, cool. So we got Tank on the pound for pound list for the shit he did 10 years ago. You know what I mean? But, you know, if we giving him those 3 amazing-ass wins at 130, his best win at 135 is Frank. You know, he moved up to 140. But okay, so I guess you could put him on there. But then we got to get to the levels. He only exists on the pound for pound list. It's basically what I'm getting at. We can't put him on. We can't say he's the best fighter because he hasn't fought against the best competition. That's what make you the best. That's why a guy that lost, Errol Spence is the best 147 pounder, right, of the generation after Floyd, right? He's the best guy. You got the Keith Thurman time. You got Errol Spence had his time, right? Bud was the best guy at 140. He came up to 147 and beat the best guy at 147, right? I consider Bud 140 pounder, not 147 pounder. Errol Spence is 147 pounder. Errol Spence was the best 147 pounder of his time because I feel like he would have beat, right, Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman fucking ducked him, right? Bud came up and beat Errol, which makes Bud pound for pound. You know what I mean? He's diehard, I should say, because I'm a fan of Tank too. Yeah, it's just like he's one of the most exciting fighters since Deontay Wilder. I'm giving you that. Box office, electric. But if you really know boxing, bro, the guys that he's fighting, Ryan Garcia, really think about that Ryan Garcia. Like his best wins, come on, bro. All right, years ago, right? He got Barrios, right? Barrios' win looks a lot better now than it really was when he got it, right? Because people forget Barrios wasn't no fucking champion at 40 at the time of that fight. He was a regular champion at 40. Tank got a regular belt for that. Barrios ain't no champion either, right? The last champions Tank beat was years ago. Pedraza wasn't even a champion at the time Tank beat him. He became a champion after, if I'm not fucking mistaken, right? But Pedraza is a hell of a win. But Gamboa was a champ before Tank. Leo was a champ before Tank, right? But Pedraza, Leo, and Gamboa, he got those again. I'm gonna keep comparing it to jury, right? Because that's what the young bulls do when they get these wins and shit after they boxing match. They go get them jury. Tank got them 3 diamond rings, right? But they old now. You can keep shining them up. You can shine Gamboa up. And we can remember what Gamboa was because he damn sure was a monster. We can shine up Pedraza. Remember what Pedraza was because he damn sure was smooth in the bitch, right? We can shine Leo up and Leo going to the motherfucking Hall of Fame, right? Leo going to the motherfucking Hall of Fame without a shadow of a doubt, right? So we can shine them jumps up and we can remember what they was. But that was a long fucking time ago. You need some new diamonds, right? You need some new diamonds. Tank really could be the best fighter. Tank could be one of the richest motherfucker in the world, bro. If he would go knock out Shakur and Devin Haney, because you knocking everybody the fuck out, right? Bro, so why don't you just go knock these niggas out? Because after you do that, you knock out one of them niggas, bro, you go get 50 million that first fight. 40 to 50 million that first fight for fighting Devin or Shakur. After you knock one of them dudes out, you're going to be able to get 100 mil for that next fight. And then you can retire. Your third fight, for them folks to want to get you to fight again after knocking out Devin and Shakur, whatever have to pay you like 200 million. You gonna be in that fucking Canelo and Floyd Mayweather type shit then, dog. That's the way to do it. That's the path to get. Tank fan. Tank always talking about money and legs. I get it, bro. Where you from, bro? You got more than enough money, my G, bro. You got more than enough money coming from the hood, coming from Baltimore. Your mama story, having multiple children early, bro. You know what I'm saying? Being an orphan really a little bit, living with your fucking coach. But I used to live with my coach. I used to live with my friend too. I used to live with my girlfriend for a little second, bro. You know what I'm saying? You got, bro, all that. You got more than enough money coming from where you come from, right? I got adequate enough money coming from adequate, right? You got more. I get that part of it, bro, right? I get that part of it. But if the money is your goal, the best way to do that, the best way to really be Floyd Mayweather, right? The best way to really be Canelo, to really get those $100 million checks, you got to knock them two dudes out. After you knock them two dudes out, you dictate everything from, you start making people. After you knock them two dudes out, what's good, Stacey? After you knock them two dudes out, you start making your own paychecks then. That's what Floyd did. That's what Canelo did, right? After you start beating the best fighters, the Laras, right? After you fight the Floyd Mayweathers, right? After you beat the Austin Traps, right? After you beat the Miguel Cottos, after you beat those guys, that's when you really get to those $100 million fights. Floyd Mayweather, the Margaritas, the De La Hoyas, the what's the boy name? What's the dude named? I can't remember. Chavez. Was it Chavez? Not Chavez. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Was it Chavez? I think it was Chavez. After you beat those guys, that's how you get to that $100 million. You playing around, you can get to $20 million. They might give you $50 million for Ryan Garcia, dog, but you ain't gonna be getting that Floyd Mayweather, that Oscar De La Hoya, that Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao fought every goddamn body, dog, in every weight class. That's how you start getting those $100 million fights. You know what I mean? When you start demanding, you know, that they trying to give you the Vegas arena, dog, and you still want to go fight hometown fights because you won't step in there with that opponent. You don't. He's saying this about the money because he has made adequate enough, right? But to Floyd Mayweather, they got that because they actually did the groundwork too. That's what a lot of boxers miss at this point. A lot of these dudes missing the groundwork. You know what I mean? They forget that Floyd Mayweather beat 20 fucking champions before he became Money Mayweather. They forget that Manny Pacquiao beat 10 fucking champions, had fucking 7 divisions before, you know what I mean? He said, and he was getting his ass whooped and still getting paid. Right. You know what I mean? They forget that he had beat out them folks and shit before he started because he had got to a certain point, teach that it didn't matter. He had already proven himself that it didn't matter. You still had to pay him because he boxed office. He boxed office. That's when you get to a certain point. If Tank knock out those two dudes, bro, they're not going to care what he do. They're not going to care what he do. But that's how he gonna really get to those plateaus. Because if you knock out everybody anyway, man, go ahead and put them dudes' ass on the stretcher. And he gonna be able to demand, he gonna be able to retire and demand what he wants. Because this is exactly what Floyd Mayweather did. People forget that, right? Floyd Mayweather had beat those dudes, and then Floyd Mayweather sat down for a second. And then boxing needed Floyd, and Floyd was able to get them $100 million fights and shit. My Floyd would have never been who he was, right? He would have never been who he was if it wasn't for him actually beating those guys, realizing, damn, this ain't moving as fast as I want to, and then him turning into the loudmouth persona with the rings and the jewelry and the cars and the clothes and shit. People ain't start paying attention to him until he started doing that. But Floyd was pretty boy for so long, quiet, humble dude, didn't say shit for so long before that, and nobody really paid attention to pretty boy Floyd. He switched to Money Mayweather, start throwing that money around, talking that shit, you know, buying them diamonds, buying them cars, and that's when people, and it was on. It was on, you know what I mean? But the reason Tank can't get to that is because he ain't knocked off Devin Head, he ain't knocked off Shakur Head, because them really the only heads you got to knock out for the boxing, the people that's in power of the boxing to have to pay you what you want because who they gonna put in front of you after that? Who are bigger and better fighters than Shakur and Devin right now in and around your weight class? There aren't any. Who else they gonna put in your face? If they want you to fight fucking Keyshawn Davis after you knock out Shakur and Devin, because you already beat people of higher rank, boy, they gonna pay you whatever the fuck you ask for. If it's just about the money, right? You gotta get the real bag, right? Get the real bag. Get the Floyd Mayweather bag. You in that 20 million, right? You in that 15, 20 million, 40, 50 million for a big name right now. You knock out those two dudes, your first one, you go get 50 million for it, whether it's Shakur or Devin, they're gonna give you 50 million for it. When you go knock out the second one, they're gonna have to give you 100 million to knock out the second one. And after you knock out the second one, you can say, all right, I just knocked out both them boys. You made you 150 million, knocking out both of them. That's 75 million per fight now. Instead of that, that 20 to 50 you got 75 per fight now. Because you knocked out the first one for 50 off the WAP because that's your going price. And then after you knocked him out, the next thing to do is knock out the other. Now y'all got to pay me double to knock this one out. Now you made 150. Now they want you to go knock out Keyshawn. Now they got to pay you 200 million to knock out Keyshawn. Now you'd have made 350 million. You'd have made 300 million yours. 50 million in taxes. You'd have made 300 million yours now. In 3 goddamn fights, they work out to 100. And come on now, T.O. And now they want you to fight fucking T.O. Now they got to give you another fucking 150 M's to fight fucking. Now for T.O., you got to get 200 M's to fight fucking T.O. They're gonna have to pay you 50 to knock out Shakur, 100 million to knock out Devin. They got to pay you 150 million to knock out Keyshawn because you just knocked out Shakur and David, who even better. So now y'all got to come out y'all pocket. And then T.O. gonna be the dude they think can beat you. That's gonna be the one that's gonna be the dude they think can beat you. They're gonna have to pay you 200 million to fight that nigga. So now my bad, you done made 500 million when you add T.O. onto that motherfucker at the end of all this shit. That's the goal, dog. Not knocking out these little bitty pawns, these little bitty here's and these little bitty there's. Not knocking out these little bitty here's, these little bitty there's. Might go knock out Devin, Shakur, T.O. If they want you to fight Keyshawn after that, oh man. If they want you to fight a prospect after that, oh, if they want you to fight, man, because when you knock out Keyshawn or you knock out T.O., they go send the other one. But whichever one you get first, Keyshawn or T.O., they go send the other one. Come on, man. So that's 4 fights right there, dog. Nigga, we just made Tank 600 million if you add that 4 fight on there, that Keyshawn or T.O. You add T.O. on there. You gonna knock out Shakur for the 50, Devin for the 100. They gonna throw Keyshawn out there, you gonna knock him out for 150 M's because you already beat them 2. Then they gonna throw T.O. out there, you gonna knock him out for 200 M's. Dead quick. Now you really Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Now you really Floyd Mayweather, if that's really all it's about. But I digress, man. I feel like I've been here long enough, man. I feel like I got my point across, dog. Again, this wasn't from like this. He has a history of this. If you pay attention to this shit, man, he has a real history of avoiding these, top fighters in his weight class, right? Even from when he was younger, because ain't no way you let the young bulls surpass you and get, belts and shit before you did. You had to open the door for him, right? Right now you hollering about retirement. You bring guys up from 130 when you got Edwin De Los Santos and Andy Cruz sitting right there in your face. All the other people in and around your division are fighting one another, Tank. Again, you got the people around him fighting one another. The people around him are fighting one another. The people around him are fighting one another. And he bringing up guys from 130. It's only 2 names left that's really his division, El De Los Santos, Andy Cruz. And this dude talking about retirement. He talking about fighting Rose. He talking about fighting Mark Messiah. But that's all I got for y'all, man. Skinny Hardaway, Southern T. This ain't the past. This ain't the future. This the present. That's how we rocking. And I'm out. Love.